Alright, today I want to talk to you guys about water filtration on your restaurant equipment, especially your ice machines and your coffee and your espresso machines. Filtering your water is very, very important because the particulate, the minerals that are inside the water will wreak havoc upon the parts inside of those espresso machines and coffee machines and ice machines. However, that being said, not all water filtration is created equal, and not all water filtration is the same. Today I'm going to show you a bunch of different types and styles of water filtration that you can have inside of your establishment. So let's go ahead and first let's talk about the canister style housing, which is this right here. This has a top that fits in through a threaded base like so, and different cartridges can go in it. This particular cartridge is a water softening cartridge, and you just drop it right down in there like so, and then go ahead and put the top on like that. This cartridge is just a carbon filter for odor and taste. This housing needs to have a mount onto the wall in order to sit properly. It doesn't come with a mount, so you actually have to buy a different kind of a mount to screw into the base plate, and then you mount this to the wall. These housings come in all different shapes and sizes. Some of them are 3 feet long, some of them are this size, and everything in between. Some of them are clear so you can see through it and take a look at the filter, and some are white housing. I've even seen black housings. The next style is pretty much an all-in-one. These Everpure filters right here, both are the type where you put them into a housing that is already pre-mounted on the wall. You screw the filter in at about a quarter of a turn through the connectors, just like so. A very short distance to get everything to seat properly. These Everpure MH2s are usually found on coffee machines like your Fetcos, your Buns, especially the larger ones. Putting these on the wall for the Everpure styles are many different shapes and sizes. Everpure even comes with a size about this size, which is about half of what the MH2s are. But you want to make sure that you leave enough clearance on the wall to change the filter up and down. So you got to accommodate for about an extra 3 inches. I've walked into customers' locations where they had somebody install before they had found our company, and this is literally sitting right on the ground. And I asked the guy, hey, when was the last time you changed it? Oh, we don't ever change that. Well, that's why it's sitting directly on the ground. So just because you have water filtration, you also have to change it. Now, this canister right here is Everpure's newest. It's called the Clara system, And we have put this in some very, very hard waters areas in the Chicagoland area, including Joliet. We put some in Kankakee and Cary, Illinois. And we have had amazing success with cutting down the amount of service calls with this unit. This unit is very, very expensive. But when you dollar cost average the amount of maintenance costs that you're going to have because of lime scale in those kinds of areas, it is much better to pay for this and be done with it. For the expense of it, it comes with a very nice flow meter, so you can determine how much of this filter you have used and how much you have left, which is not something that we've seen on very many other filtration types. We recommend the AquaCheck water hardness test strips in order to determine what your material content in your water is. And if you notice, there's a bunch of different test samples on here, and they correspond with the different test samples on the jar. And you are, looking for a scale of, in this particular case, hardness. We like it to be more on the green side of the scale than on the red side of the scale. Usually in places like Joliet and Kankakee and Cary, Illinois, we're closer to the red scale when we dip this underwater here. But when we are done with the Everpure filter, we're closer to on the green scale, which is the way the machines as well as the manufacturers of equipment like to see it. A lot of espresso machine manufacturers will void your warranty if your water level is too hard and you do not have water filtration and softening on it. The other thing that I want to make sure that I talk to you guys about is connectors. You got to have water connectors coming in and out. Now on every type of water filtration device, every type of water filtration device, you will have an arrow that will show you the flow. That's the direction of the flow, which means this is where the wall is, this is where the machine side is. Even on this one, you place the connectors in and out so that you know and everybody else knows which way the water's going. Inline water filters that just literally a water line runs in here, the water flow comes out, and the water line runs out, not needing any type of a mounting bracket. Usually this sits on the counter behind the machine or in a cabinet behind the machine. But it also has the flow on it in two different places. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to write to us on YouTube.